All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Ascendance of a Bookworm, Season 1, Episode 6. Fevers. They're rough.
Magically rough.
Indeed. Yeah. But, you know, we have a meeting that needs to happen between Otto and Lutz because a deal was struck. You know, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, that whole thing.
Yeah, and then maybe we start a little business opportunity going
Little
here.
mercantile endeavor. Yeah.
Maybe they sign up some employees, you know, get some people, you know.
There ain't no labor like child labor.
Oh, yeah, you know it. Exactly. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Oh, what do we got? Oh. Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Exactly. Gotta look good for your meeting.
は服も一番綺麗なの着てきてね。
大して変わらないと思うけどな。
できることは
You
全
say
部
that
して
now,
おき
but
たいの。
just wait.
さっぱりした。
How do I look?
Right, he's gonna turn around and it's gonna be all...
になって何がしたいの？
なんだよ、急に。
ちゃんと考えなきゃダメだよ。
What is your, where does that come from?
払い先を紹介してもらえないよ。
マインはすぐに答えられるのか？
Yup.
Well, yeah, you
マインだ
know.
って商人になりたいんだろ？
第二希望だけどね。
She wants books.
を売りたい。
紙？本じゃなくて？
ここでは本は売れないと思うから。
Okay.
でも紙なら賞賛はあるんだ。
Yeah, paper is huge.
早すぎね？
遅れるよりはいいでしょ。
Oh, here he is.
Okay.
まずは挨拶からね。
Yeah.
うわ、
And Otto dressed like this is a formal meeting too, so...
Oh! Oh!
だけじゃないの？
Yeah.
Oh, shit!
おは
Okay.
ようございます。オットーさん。
Someone of nobility, maybe? Or
Wealth
church?
and influence.
今日はお時間をいただいてありがとうございます。私の友人のルッツです。
No pressure.
はじめまして、
あ
ルッツです。
Alright.
よろしくお願いします。
班長の娘さんで俺の助手をしてくれているマインちゃん。
まだ洗礼式前の子供
Oh, that voice.
Uh-huh.
Oh, boy.
教えているところだ。
The hair.
こっちはベンの。
Hmm.
俺が旅商人だった頃の知り合いだ。口は悪い
Interesting.
が根はいいや。
He looks different, though.
I think that's actually Dio's voice now that I think about it.
Oh, okay.
So, but Dio and Eisen in the same show.
It
yeah,
is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
この頭に刺さってる棒は何だ？
これはかんざし。紙をまとめるためのものです。
Fascinating.
木を削っただけの棒です。
すごいな。
Yeah.
なあ、ジョーちゃん。この紙、一体何？
Yeah. He's
Right, he
freaking
doesn't
out.
have that.
得たものの組み合わせですが、詳しくは秘密です。
Nice.
坊主の紙もすごいな。
マインが洗ってくれたから。
そうか。
残念でした。こんなに商品価値。
Right.
This
Yep,
is
yep.
amazing.
I love it.
民権を手放すのはバカのすることだ。
Damn.
Oh.
市民権？
この町に住むことができる権利だ。
じゃ
Okay.
あ市民権がなかったら。
市民権がないと身元を証明できない。仕事に就くことも、家を借りることも、結婚も
Gotcha.
何もできなくなる。
That's the trade-off you basically get for being able to move around and stuff, yeah.
が手に入れようと思えばとんでもなく金がかかる。
Gotcha.
Demo.
So the
そ
fact
れ
that
に
you were born in the
町の
town
暮ら
is
しと
actually
彼
a
の暮
big
らしは
deal.
違う。
Yeah.
例えば水が必要になったらどうする？
井戸から汲む。
そうだよな。でも旅の
Dang, yeah, bringing up the very
Okay.
core survival things there.
川に行けば。
川がどこにあるかわからないんだよ。ずっと川に沿って移動するわけじゃないだろうし。
マインちゃんの言う通りだ。だからだいたい同じルートを親から子に受け継いで商売していく。
All right.
それは大切なものだから他人に教えることはない。
Gotcha.
Jeez. Yeah, starting as that is gotta be wildly, yeah, ambitious.
To stop being a traveling trader.
Yep, to get a shot.
市民権だ。
Yep, damn.
Okay.
金をため厳しい旅の生活をやめていつかは街で安全に暮らしたい。それが旅商人の夢だ。
Yep,
Okay.
set up shop,
Yep.
bank down at a city, and
市民権を望む旅商人に市民権を捨てたお前
Yeah. But framed another way, this is an advantage.
yeah.
You
I
already
mean, you
have
a
what they
privilege,
want.
yeah.
それとこれはマインちゃんの提案だが
Nice.
商人見習いになるんじゃダメなのか。
マイン？
オットーさんの口からちゃんと旅商人の話を聞いた方がいいと思う。
Oh, cool. So this guy's a merchant that he brought along? Or
Well, no.
no,
Otto
right, because he
is.
used to be a merchant. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
商人になって何を売りたいんだ。
それは。
Hadn't got that far yet.
ないなら話は終わりだ。
Oh. You give him the idea, you know?
私の髪、
Yeah,
ル
yeah.
ッツが作る？
Yeah. 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 There you go. Get someone to do it for you.
Yep.
俺にだってやりたいことはある。マインが考えたものは全部俺が作るんだ。
Oh,
Oh, shoot. Okay. They're going to be tag teaming this up.
ジョーちゃんも承認希望か。
第二希望ですけど、
第一希望は門で書類仕事かい？
第一希望は本屋さん。っていうか、司書です。
なんだって？
What?
師匠？
A librarian?
本を管理す
wait. Subscription service for books. It's brilliant.
る動物の皮じゃない紙を作って売りたいと考えています。
動物の皮じゃない紙？
What do you mean?
はい。植物から紙を作ります。
植物から作る。
She's going to revolutionize this whole region.
どうやって作るんだ？
詳しくは秘密です。
現物が見たい。現物はないのか？
今はないです。来年の夏、私たちの洗礼式
Hey!
Okay.
で使えるかどうか判断してください。
Oh. All right. Smile here. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
面白い。いいだろ
Let's go.
Oh my gosh. And they've now met somebody that's going to
Uh-huh.
be their key into the
Yep.
bigger world.
Right.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Otto came in big for you guys today.
Yeah.
う。あの佇まい、あの言葉遣い、どれをとっても洗礼式前の兵士の
Right.
娘のものじゃない。
There's
家族はいたっ
something.
て普通だ。マインちゃんだけが異質なんだ。
Uh-huh.
植物の紙か。実現したら市場がひっくり返るな。
Yeah.
ちょっと待て、マインちゃんを抱え込む気か？
当たり前だ。かんざしに紙に艶を出す方法、それに植物から作る紙だぞ。
She's a genius. Yep.
How old is she? 6?
ところに来させる。
ダメだ。あれは俺の助手だ。
Oh no,
Well, I'm
you won't
about to
even make it
poach your
home
assistant.
tonight, you know? Aww. Well,
So
yeah. Yeah, we gotta.
Oh
we gotta,
no,
we gotta,
that's a
like,
problem.
We gotta, like, you know,
Yeah.
finagle that a little bit, you know?
Go to like a craft shop and be like, "Sir, could I like?"
一緒に証人見習いに採用されたのよ。
Otto, I need these tools. Can you
Apprentice
have
hop.
them give it to
絶対
me?
無理だと思う。
Become one person's apprentice to get access to their stuff, then leave and
蒸し器に、助っ人に。
Oh, shit.
oh, to just throw like
Yeah.
all the pulp stuff in there.
で、蒸して、 皮を剥ぐ。さらに皮を剥いで余分なものを取り除いたら繊維を叩いて溶きほぐす。次に取り出した繊維と水ととろろを混ぜ
Oh my god.
ついた紙に重しをして水を絞る。それを乾かしたらでき。
That is a Dr. Stone level process here.
Yeah.
全部作れるかどうか。
Oh
明日ルッツ
no.
の
Oh my god.
That's
ただいま
Oh, wait. Tosa!
Dad.
I need your help.
This is where the kid has like the request for the parent, and the parent's like, oh.
お父さんも母さんもトゥーリも私には無理。
Yeah.
決めつけるの？ちゃんと採用されたもん。条件付きだけどね。
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right, I have my daughter for a little longer.
Yeah.
繊維が長くて強くて柔らかくて若い木を
Cool.
探してほしいの。
木に詳しいやつに聞いて。
Yeah, I don't really know too much about
Right.
that stuff.
ルッツ、こういうの作れる？
What?
I don't.
釘はあるのか？
釘？
Oh, yeah.
ああ、釘がないとつ。
Yeah, I need nails. Oh no.
To
Yeah,
make the
Otto.
equipment we need. I require a small cash investment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Shot through the heart.
And you're to blame.
Oh, no, 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 no. Yep. Because he's going to sell that to the merchant. Yep. No.
I
No.
mean, she wants it too, but
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go. Good
Right.
decision. I applaud
keep a
that.
firm
Mike.
hand on the means of production.
Yeah.
Cool.
But the thing is, he might be able to inspect it
Maybe,
and
but-
identify potentially what.
Possibly, but
'cause it's a very simple thing.
It
like-
is. That is true. But
町でもここまで違いがあるんだ。
マインちゃんは北側に来るのは初
Oh,
めて
different section. Yeah.
兵士はそんなにお金持ちじゃないから普通は南側に住んでるでしょ。オットーさんはどうしてこっちに住んでる
Whoa, yeah, very
の？
可愛い妹を手放したがらない義理の兄貴が実家の上に住めって言ってね。
oh,
Oh, so you've got like a bunk basically in the attic. Oh my god.
maybe a little more than a bunk.
ここの3階だ。
Okay.
こんな豪邸に住むお嬢様とよく結婚を許し。
Oh,
Now, is this whole place the family home, or
ね、
oh, she's pretty.
私はコリンナ、オットーの妻です。
はじめまして、コリンナさん。マインです。会えるのをとても楽しみにしていました。
You're the little genius, you
Yeah.
know.
なんて綺麗な髪。あ、ごめんなさい。案内するわ。
コリンナさんはまだ若いけど、法制協会の偉い人らしい。
Shit.
okay?
ルーリには憧れのおはりこさんだと羨ましがられた。
Ah, not fair, not fair.
Right.
You have to introduce me so I can go there next time. Oh my gosh.
こんなにサラサラになるなんて。
気に入っていただけましたか？
So much free marketing is already ready for this product that doesn't exist
Oh
already.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Like,
マインちゃん、一つ聞いてもいいかしら。
はい。
オットーは、門でど
oh,
んな様子？
I don't get to see him that much.
私のせいで商人を諦める。
Oh, like, is he
Oh.
enjoying his
Is he
life and all
actually
that?
like?
門で存分に商人してます。納品に来た業者に値切ったり、商人みたいに生き生きしてますよ。
そう、商人みたいに。なんだか心の使いが取れたような気がするわ。
Yeah, that kind of adult perspective that she can
Right.
provide and understand the nuance of some of the
Right.
things that are being asked.
No.
Oh
Yeah, yeah,
my
uh-huh.
god!
Right.
Ben's like, Yeah, you need to get the fuck out of here.
Right. He gives her the nails and just
鍵を全部
tosses her out the
もらえれ
door.
ば思い出すかもしれません。
Yeah.
Yep.
やったね。
Meanwhile, he's scoring.
Yes.
They're scoring.
Yeah.
That- I love that detail. Like, Mike, don't you have something else you want to do?
Right.
That
Incredible.
That was amazing. I just love the idea of Otto being like, I took the next day off, you know?
Right. I'm sick.
Yeah.
君たちに頼まねえと道具がねえよ。
道具借りられそう？
Yeah.
なんて金のことしか考えてない冷血な人手の師だ。
商人見習いじゃなくて父さんや兄さんたちと同じ職人になればいいじゃないか。ルッツ。
ルッツ大丈夫？
Yeah, he's doing a lot. He's doing a lot to try and make this all work out.
マインちゃん、ルッ
Oh,
ツ、
we're going. Let's
All right.
just go.
二人に招待状だ。
なんだって？
Oh, shoot.
私とルッツにベンノさんからの呼び出し。
あの二人はまとめて俺のところにこ
Yeah. How'd this conversation end? Oh.
どうしたの、マインちゃん。
聞きたいことがあったんです。熱が急に広がったり小さくなったりする病
Ah.
Oh. Oh.
Does he
Benno
though?
does, though. Oh. Did they lie? Oh, with a capital D. Wait.
Oh shit.
Oh,
oh, no.
shit.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh.
But she might not because maybe she already did. You know?
But that's the thing. What if it's not her, though? What if it's the girl that she reincarnated into that's dying?
no,
and-
right.
Well, that's what I mean, is that, like, maybe there's something that she would still lose, though.
Sure. And to be fair, just because he said then, she'll die very soon or she'll probably die very soon. If they were really debating us, they could be like, she'll die very soon. Unless we,
Right,
open
right.
her mana circuits or whatever.
Right. And then this meeting might be someone to come in and take a look.
Right.
But then I don't think you would bring Lutz there, though. You'd keep it to mine only, you know?
Yeah.
He's not necessary to bring then. Unless they want to test discreetly, you know? Like have someone come in and just kind of take a look, be like...
Although at the same time, I
okay.
imagine it's a, no. We'll negotiate when we have a prototype, but you're not going to see how we make that
Yeah.
prototype. Like that's
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're going full business, like...
Business, numbers.
Okay,
All
new
right.
character,
Yes.
Benno, voiced by Dio. So we have Eisen and
Eisen
Dio.
and Dio.
in the same show.
Right. Ascendance of
different
a
characters.
bookworm indeed. Like, who's
Yeah,
next?
she's-
Kirei Kotomine?
Yeah,
Like,
she's going through all the villains and just
Yep.
being like, I'm gonna make all of you my bitches.
Right.
I'm gonna rule all of
Satan
y'all.
made me tea,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm here for it. Like, that
I'm
was
here
very
for it.
fun.
He had a very good kind of intelligent aura around him of like
Right.
immediately identifying those as being extremely valuable.
Right.
Immediately also asking like, wait, so could you tell me like how? She's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And he's like, okay,
All right,
well, she's smart. All right,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I'll set up a meeting then.
Right.
He gives me like Tarlock vibes from Legend of Korra of like,
Okay.
I can use this girl, but for now, I'm
Right.
going to not show any sign of being greedy or anything else like that. I'm just going to.
Well,
you
or
know,
the
make her
regular
like me.
amount of merchant
Right,
greed.
right, the
you know?
regular amount of
Yeah,
merchant greed. But,
Right,
but
it's
just,
hard to have Dio voice a character and have you not be like, so who the fuck are you? You know, like, especially in this show where it's like this frail child main character, and it's like, all right, so before we let you come in within 50 feet of mine, like,
Right,
what's the deal here?
Right,
What's the angle?
I see your tendrils
your
extending
sussery.
through Otto to
Right,
be like,
right, exactly.
Could you like teach me how to do it?
Yeah.
And then even mine is like not even potentially seeing it as a thing that could be just, well, obviously, yes, he'd love to help out his wife in this regard.
Right.
But it could also be the thing of where Otto's thinking like a merchant and being like, if I get this, I can then sell it quickly to Benno,
Right.
and I'll make bank. Mm-hmm. I'll make bank.
Yep.
So
So this is
mine. You are in a very precarious situation where the more valuable you become,
right,
the more quickly people might just start doing things more aggressively and just.
Yes. But that's where...
Thankfully, we're not there yet.
Well, and that's where the reincarnated part
there.
comes in handy because she's not actually a child. And so, she's able to, like, when, Otto's wife brings up the insecurity. Yeah. About, like, he left behind his merchant life. How is he at work?
She's not just
She's
saying,
able to pick up the actual question of, like, is he doing okay? I'm worried about this.
Is he feeling satisfied with his life in an area that I don't get to physically see him in?
Right.
Because I would hate for me to not have the connection with him emotionally to a part that he's sequestered away.
Right.
Because he either for any reason, doesn't want to show it to me. And then mine immediately is like, nope. I can tell that there's still that part of him there, and it lights up every once in a while when he gets to do his work in that way. And she's like, whoa, that's like a weight lifted off my shoulders.
Yeah, right, like she addressed it very specifically without any clarifying questions needed or anything.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And then of course, just, the way in which she handled the actual negotiations and such this episode showed her her skills and her maturity to the point that Benno was like, that is not a soldier's daughter. like, I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the slightest bit of, like...
I know how to negotiate. I know how to assess people. That shit doesn't add up.
Yeah. There's something off here.
Right. Which is just fun.
Right, it's just fun, but it's also something that I appreciate a story with care put into its world building to have the characters actually notice that.
Right.
But then by the logic of, what does it mean? They don't fucking know.
Yeah.
How could they know?
Right.
They're just going to be like, it's off, so we're going to take a special interest
For
here.
the parents, it's just, we're glad our child's not dead, and she's a bit different. We always believed that our kids were special, whereas, like, the person that has the more, like, unbiased, third party observation is just like, this is something of a different caliber. Like,
she's either a genius or she's connected in some way with someone, which is the actual accurate answer.
I know what education looks like and how much it costs. She does not have that.
Right.
So how'd this happen?
How?
Yeah.
Very fun stuff to then also set up a nice Dr. Stone level roadmap of what it will take to produce paper.
Yep.
Because I had a vague idea of how paper was made.
Sure.
But I think I only knew effectively 3 of the 11 steps that they put out there or what have you.
And actually, great, you know how to make it, but you don't have the tools. And you might not even have the tools to make the tools.
That was fun. I loved that detail as well because it's as simple as, well, if we're going to make wood stuff, probably got to have nails. And it's like, right. So would we buy those? No, that's expensive. And we got to get it right the first time then, otherwise
right, that too.
Okay, so can we have a trade deal? And then there we go. Otto comes in and is like, yeah, sure.
Could I get some of that? Yeah.
And then the immediate, mine, get the fuck out of my house.
Right.
I cannot tell you how much
you appreciated
that so much.
Uh-huh.
It.
Yeah. Your girl suddenly has a glow up, and you're like, I already thought you were incredible.
Right. I already just was absolutely enamored by your
everything.
Your everything, down to the smallest pimple,
Right.
And then you just had an anime glow up. Pardon me, but I need everyone out right now. We're going to be busy for the next 3 hours, you know?
Like if they wanted to, they could have full on just had it be a thing where we just have 2 cuts. One of him just dropping a bag of nails in his hands, and then next one, out the door.
I just love that it didn't even give us that. Yeah. It's just hard cut to then they're out in the forest being like, now we're doing this thing. And I'm thinking, yeah, good. They're far away.
Right.
I just feel bad for everybody on the second and fourth floor who has to just,
Yes, but at the same time, in order to have buildings that are that tall, structurally, it's got to be like very solid,
nice and thick. Yeah,
so I imagine it probably
strong load bearing.
Right, it probably deals with sound pretty well.
Yeah,
but
that's a good point.
It's not like it's like a stone building or something where that shit.
But they gotta have air ventilation though. Can you imagine how stuffy it would be in a building like that?
Yes, but also let's be real. In older times like this, maybe not quite this.
That's not a privilege that you have. It's
right,
just,
well,
they're fucking again.
If all you've got is a curtain,
right.
You make do.
You make do. Yep, there it is.
It definitely makes me think of that episode of Vikings, where they're in just a big tent, and it's they're on the one side, but
you can literally be like, oh, nice.
Athelstan's just no, my. The scriptures.
Call back. It's great. But yes, we are going to be making paper. We're going to be making proper paper.
Yep.
From the from tree fibers specifically.
Right.
So we'll be getting that rolling very quickly, especially given that Benno now wants to meet the two of them. But they combined the context of meeting them with the idea of the devouring. Now, the devouring as a name, I think, connotates to the idea of... Okay, so usually... when I hear of things like that, I think of a plague, right? Something that spreads.
Mm-hmm. Especially if it's some kind of fantastical... just menace.
But this is not that.
Right.
Which, can we go into kooky land here then?
I mean, sure.
I think it has to do with spirits at that point. Because then that's the only way that it could spread without spreading, if that makes sense. Because it's literally something that's from another... dimension, because why isn't anybody else in her family getting it?
Well, it's because of the magic, probably. Because when she had it,
but
it was after she started to use magic.
Right. So magic attunement brings it about.
Yep.
Right, but the idea that they already have a name for it, but they don't know about it being necessarily a magical attunement kind of thing.
Right.
There's
many potential answers for that.
Yeah.
One, just the fact that maybe magic is a very controlled thing. Mm-hmm. So
only a few people know about it.
Right, and so you have a vested interest in people not knowing where it comes from because you don't want random people to realize that they could wield phenomenal cosmic powers.
Okay.
Two, just the fact that information is very hard to travel, right? If books are this rare,
that's fair.
Complicated medical stuff more so.
I don't think that knowledge is that secretive with regards to traveling. I think it's more that...
Not necessarily secretive, but, just
passed down from history.
Right, even in the age of the internet, right? If we want to get, a message out to all of our subscribers, it's next to impossible, right?
Well,
But
that's not really relevant here. The thing I'm trying to get at is that if this is something that means they don't know anything about magic, then that means her magic is exceptionally rare. It makes it even rarer than it was before.
Sure.
Because basic people then might not even know about magic.
Right. The real thing that we'll have to figure out is if through Mining's new connection, we end up being but if it is the devouring, there are people that are specialists. Here are the people that would know.
Yeah,
and then
that's
like that.
That's the kind of the speculation that I'm in right now, is that then there's the other side of things, that if it's the devouring is its own thing. It maybe feeds specifically on magic people.
Sure. But it's actually a separate thing
that's
not
actually
inherently connected to magic.
Right. That is a longer term big problem.
Sure.
That is potentially why magic is so rare. Is that magic people just end up getting killed. But calling it the devouring, that's a name that stuck for some reason. And it's probably with the way that they died.
Okay.
Which, to me, makes me think that their literal vitality from some physical stuff was basically sapped from them.
Yeah, makes sense.
Which makes sense with what's going on here. But it doesn't really doesn't really feel like the kind of thing that would be named by somebody that didn't know about magic. It feels like it would be named by somebody that did know what was going on. You know
possibly,
what I mean?
but
and then people just ran with the name because they're like, oh,
yeah.
that's...
So I definitely am up for exploring that. I want to throw out the way in which I think it could just before we go into that.
Yeah.
It feels like it could in a similar way that like pregnancy, for instance, is on the surface very similar to like some negative symbiote.
Yeah, it's a parasite.
Some parasite, right?
Because that's what it is.
Because it's draining your vitality. Because that's what it's doing.
That's exactly
what
it's doing,
right?
Yeah.
And so if somebody doesn't know what magic is, right, and the magic feeds off of the energies of the person, right, then it would I could totally see how they would think of it as some kind of devouring, because just all of a sudden they just sort of wither. Right, like it's just the energy of their body is being used to fuel magic. They are not controlling it. It gets done to the point where they die, and it's just, how the fuck did that happen? Like
right. So people are subconsciously using their magic without any kind of raw application, and that's it sets up the very natural arc for mine to end up actually using her magic.
Now, it could totally be something different, and that goes into a lot more of the fun theorizing places.
It goes into the fun theorizing place because people usually come up with names for things when they've repeated, enough times that it actually now needs a name. But to me, I feel like eventually you'd have somebody just know how to use magic, and they would define more accurately as to what it is.
Sure, because...
Which then circles back around to magic maybe not being an uncommon thing.
Right.
Which then would lead me to believe that either it's more that magical control is the rare thing.
Sure. Yeah, because if the devouring is linked to magic, regardless of whether it's inherently or otherwise,
right,
that means that if it's common enough that at least this guy knows of a name for it, and he references it to Otto, like Otto also has,
and Otto also knows about it,
then that means magic is prevalent, right? Using it maybe not
different,
right? That might be different. And if we get any mysterious people knocking at their home door, being like,
we have a case of the devouring,
right?
Here.
We have the case of the devouring. We want to study it or something like that. Then that we can see how that
I
sort of
honestly
takes shape.
think that's actually where our high priest would come into the story.
I think so too.
Is that they'd be like, we know of a way to cleanse it, and it would be the thing of like, oh.
When we say, and then in like a private room, it's like, okay, so here's the deal. When we say cleanse, we actually mean we need to teach you magic, because otherwise it's going to kill you.
Or not even that. We wouldn't even tell you. We need you to live at the church for the next few years.
Sure, and start doing these things, and then maybe they even siphon, like they figure out how to like siphon the magic stuff or whatever.
So for me, devouring, you were literally jumping into the thing that I was thinking about, is that if you have magic and it's not being shared as a public thing. One, magic in a very positive society would be one of the most incredible things, because you could make economies and society overall just improve.
So many of the things that they're dealing with as far as like how do we make books, that just wouldn't be an issue.
It just wouldn't be an issue. Right, which means that magic is at least secretive for anybody that control it. That is a logical deduction, I think, to come through after all this stuff has been given here. But why keep it secret? Why? There's many reasons you could come
Consolidation
up
of power is the simplest one.
The simplest one, but that to me would lead me to think that the devouring sounds like the kind of thing that the people that are keeping it less control out of the way here is that then it's you have someone that has the devouring? Oh, bring them to me and I'll cleanse them of it. Sucks the magic out and gives it to them. That's implying some things of the magic, but then it is literally a devouring, almost in I
like that as a potential thing that could happen. The direction that I thought you were going to take it was Divinity Original Sin 2 kind of a thing of like a source thing, and then there would be some other like monsters and stuff.
Well, there could be that too, but I think that more with the way that they're describing this story, I don't think we'll ever fight a monster ever.
Right. And especially with the name Devouring, it seems like an internal thing rather than like this is going to summon a creature that will then eat her.
Right. And I don't think we have some interplanar thing that's out there sucking magic off, or sucking people's vitality by them being marked by its magic or whatever. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So I think we more are going to have human antagonists that are, or just humanoid antagonists that are going to be primarily trying to either use mine for her knowledge, secrets, ideas, abilities, magic, what have you.
Right, that's already happening in the mundane ways. Yeah.
Right, so if it naturally comes about into the magical kind of way, I could see a really fun story coming out of the mine has magic, but she can't tell anybody that she has magic.
Right. Ooh.
But she's trying to enrich society with magic in a way that is counter to the people that do have magic, except for maybe this high priest guy who's like,
right.
I see
I'm
where you're
use
going
this
with
magic
this mind,
device to like plumb your memories and that kind of stuff.
Right. But the idea of, we still have to be careful we don't end up in a world where people are making magical weapons. Like, I don't want to have that world exist.
Sure.
You know, like...
one other thing that I just want to throw out there in case it's the case.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be because of the whole thing with the high priest, but we don't know how far in the future that is because she's probably going to be on the small side her whole life. So theoretically, that could have actually been a decent bit in the future.
Yeah.
But what if you end up having a situation where someone gets isekai'd and all that stuff, and then they end up being the first person to actually consciously tap into magic?
Sure.
And so then
they're
basically
the first
they're
person.
the first person, and and that's one of the reasons why they usher in this new age. You know, and
could be
like that. That would be an additional reason for like the ascendance of the bookworm,
right?
Like
it's
true
the democratization of the information to the general public that then this is how you would control magic.
Yeah, and regardless of whether or not she's the first person, given the fact that she wants to run a library and ends up having access to a ton of books later, and like they don't know what a library is here, it would make sense that maybe the first, like one of the big inventions she would have for this world is a library that then informs the public. And if magic is a big part of that, and it was secretive, it would make sense that that would be one of like the big earth-shattering things that then people would like become aware of, on top of the, hey, here's how you make this hair, cleaner, stuff and all that. But very fun stuff. I like the setup. I like the new character. Excited to see what the direction is moving forward.
Yeah, it feels like we are out of the first part of the prologue.
Yep. Also, I like the official like team up with Mine and Lutz of, I'll make the stuff that she has the ideas for, and that's how like the...
And then I can use that as a leverage point to then sell them as my thing that I'll be known as a merchant for.
Yeah, they can both ascend in their different ways, but then that's also a way that their friendship can be like relevant to the plot moving forward.
That's a lot that builds their connection together, because in a lot of ways Lutz is very much made or broken as a character by how engaging and interesting his relationship to Mine is. If it's not that engaging, or it's not that interesting, or if there's not that much conflict or drama or what have you, he just then is a puppet extension of Mine's will, and it feels kind of arbitrary why he's there in the story, other than to be a person for her to talk to.
Exactly. And he's kind of the primary person for her to talk to right now, so we really want that dynamic to be
interesting. Yeah. But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the doobly-doos all around here. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and any level support there gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.